You know what's funny? We live in the most informed era in human history, and yet we're more confused about food than ever. One minute carbs are the enemy, the next minute they're essential. Fat was once the villain, now it's a hero. Sugar is toxic, but fruit is sugar. So wait, is fruit bad now too? It's exhausting, isn't it? You scroll through endless wellness posts, each one louder than the last, and somehow end up more uncertain than when you started. But here's the truth a registered dietitian will tell you straight. The problem isn't the food, it's the noise, the myths we've absorbed over decades, repeated so often that they've become gospel. We've been taught to fear food instead of understand it, to see calories as enemies and ingredients as moral tests. But nutrition isn't black and white. It's chemistry, context, and connection. Real dietitians, not influencers, not marketers, know that your body isn't a calculator. It's a conversation between hormones, metabolism, stress, and history. And when we oversimplify that conversation into good versus bad, we stop listening. Take one of the biggest myths. Eating after 8 p.m. makes you gain weight. People still whisper it like a bedtime curse, but your body doesn't wear a watch. It doesn't know the difference between 7:59 and 8:01. What matters isn't when you eat, it's what and how much you eat over time. Another, carbs make you fat. No, excess calories do. Carbs are your body's primary energy source. Without them, your brain, your muscles, your mood all suffer. The issue isn't carbs, it's the kind of carbs. White bread and pastries aren't the same as quinoa or oats. But myths thrive because fear sells faster than facts. And maybe that's the real problem. We've traded knowledge for headlines, wisdom for marketing. We've built an entire culture on half-truths, each promising a shortcut to health. But the truth, the boring, consistent, powerful truth, is that balance still wins, always has, always will, because science doesn't need to go viral. It just needs to be understood. Let's break down a few of the classics, the ones that shaped a generation. Myth number one, fat makes you fat. This one was born in the 1980s when diet culture exploded and low fat became the holy grail of health. But here's what actually happened. Companies stripped fat from food, added sugar and artificial ingredients to make it taste good, and people got heavier and sicker. The truth, healthy fats, the ones found in avocados, nuts, olive oil, salmon, are not your enemy. They're vital for hormone balance, brain health, and even fat loss. They keep you full, stabilize blood sugar, and support every cell in your body. What matters isn't avoiding fat, it's choosing the right kinds. Myth number two, detox diets and juice cleanses cleanse your body. Nope. You already have the most powerful detox system imaginable. Your liver, kidneys, skin, and lungs. They don't need help from lemon water or celery juice. Detox diets don't cleanse you, they starve you. They make you lose water, muscle, and energy, not toxins. The irony? Real detox happens every day when you eat fiber, hydrate, and rest. It's not glamorous, but it works. Myth number three, you have to eat small meals every 2 to 3 hours to boost metabolism. Wrong again. The frequency of your meals doesn't increase your metabolic rate. Total daily intake does. Whether you eat 3 meals or 6, what matters is the balance of nutrients and consistency. For many people, constant grazing actually leads to overconsumption and digestive fatigue. Sometimes your body needs space, not snacks. Myth number four, protein is just for bodybuilders. No, protein is for everyone with a body. It's the foundation of every cell, every enzyme, every hormone. It keeps your metabolism active, helps repair tissues, and stabilizes appetite. You don't need to lift weights to benefit from protein, you just need to live. These myths stick because they sound simple. They give us rules to cling to. But real nutrition isn't simple, it's personal. What fuels one person might fatigue another. That's why registered dietitians don't hand out one-size-fits-all plans. They ask questions. They look at your lifestyle, your sleep, your stress, your labs, not just your plate. Because true health isn't about following rules. It's about understanding your own biology and working with it, not against it. So maybe it's time we stop chasing the next diet and start chasing the truth, the one that's been quietly waiting under the noise all along. Here's the part people rarely talk about. Food myths aren't just bad science, they're emotional anchors. They give us the illusion of control in a world that often feels chaotic. Cut this, eat that, never touch that again. It's comforting in a strange way, because it feels like certainty, but biology doesn't follow trends and your worth doesn't depend on your willpower. Think about how early these ideas start. A parent saying, don't eat too much bread, it'll make you fat. A friend swearing by detox teas. A commercial showing a woman sipping a green juice, glowing like enlightenment itself. We absorb these messages quietly until they become part of how we see ourselves. And every bite becomes a moral decision, good or bad, success or failure. That's not nutrition. That's shame disguised as science. A registered dietitian will tell you something radical. Food is not moral. It's not about guilt, it's chemistry. You're not bad for eating dessert, just as you're not good for eating a salad. The real power comes from understanding balance, how your choices work together across days, weeks, and seasons. The danger of myths is that they create fear. Fear of carbs, fear of fat, fear of food itself. But fear never leads to freedom. When you strip it away, you realize your body doesn't need punishment, it needs partnership, it needs kindness, patience, and consistency. So the next time you hear someone say, "Don't eat that, it's bad for you," pause, ask, according to whom? According to marketing? According to a 30-second clip online? Or according to real science that studies whole humans, not headlines? Because truth doesn't scream, it explains. And when you start asking better questions, you stop falling for smaller answers. That's how you take back control, not by dieting harder, but by thinking deeper. So what do you do with all this? How do you eat well when every article says something different? The answer? You simplify, but with wisdom. Eat real food most of the time. Prioritize plants, protein, and water. Allow joy, flavor, and flexibility. No single food ruins your health, just as no single salad saves it. It's the pattern, not the perfection, that defines your wellness. Registered dietitians are leading a new movement in nutrition, one grounded in science but rooted in humanity. They're teaching people not to fear food, but to understand it. They're dismantling the myths that made eating feel like math. They're reminding us that nutrition isn't about control, it's about connection. Because food is so much more than fuel. It's memory, culture, comfort, creativity. It's how we celebrate, how we grieve, how we come home to ourselves. When we reduce it to numbers or fear, we lose that connection. But when we eat with awareness, when we listen, taste, and trust, health becomes something natural again, not something we chase. So let's make a promise to stop letting myths dictate our relationship with food, to listen to our bodies instead of influencers, to measure wellness in energy, not insecurity. Because the truth, the quiet, unshakable truth, is that your body already knows what it needs. It's been whispering all along beneath the noise of diets and dogmas. And when you finally learn to listen, not to fear, not to trends, but to yourself, that's when nutrition stops being a mystery and becomes what it was always meant to be: nourishment, not negotiation. If you found value in this video, leave a like, subscribe, and let's grow together, nourish and rise.